Can you state your name, position, and date, please?
My name is Brenda Burbank. I am the Dean of Students at Herberg Middle School in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and today's date is March 18th at about 10:01 in the afternoon.
Does your school have a newspaper?
We used to have a newspaper. It was called The Scoop, and our peer mediation woman used to run it after school. Since she left, we have not had a newspaper this year.
Does your school have a dress code?
We do have a dress code. I actually just had to speak to one student about it at lunchtime. The dress code is in our school student planner, and what it should be is that the boys should have their pants at their waist, so we don't have any baggy pants. The girls' tops have to meet the bottoms have to meet the tops, so you have no exposed midriff. And if they're wearing tank tops, it should be 3 fingers wide. So if I go to put this out, it should be 3 fingers wide. And when they put their hands to their side for girls for shorts and skirts, it should be that their fingertips, the skirt should be at the end of their fingertips. If not, it's too short. And there is no pajamas or T-shirts. Where I had a student wear a shirt in with a whole bunch of guns over it the other day. It was a Rolling Stone shirt, so I made him change his shirt. And if they have anything, as in cigarettes or alcohol or something like that on a shirt, we make them change.
Have you faced any forms of censorship, school censorship?
Not that I know of. I'm school censorship. Not that it's come across my desk. Usually if we're asked to, do stuff, the kids usually comply with it. I mean, we do have some people that fought us on the pajama issue, but that was a very valid issue not to have pajamas at school.
If you were faced with a situation where a student wore inappropriate clothing, like a T-shirt with a controversial saying or an inappropriate news article, what techniques would you use in handling the situation?
Okay, well, like today I just had to tell a girl at lunch she had her cleavage. She had a lot of cleavage showing. She had a sweatshirt on. I asked her to zip it up. I told her if I have to come back to her for this same issue, it would be failure to follow administrative directives, which could result in 1 day in ISS. If we have a student come in, 2 days ago I had a student come in with ripped jeans, and they were ripped everywhere, which I know is kind of the fashion at the moment. However, here at school, if they have ripped jeans, they're supposed to have leggings underneath it. That student stayed in the ISS room until the mother brought in a new pair of clothing, a new pair of jeans for her to wear. So we do, the news articles don't apply because we don't have the newspaper at the moment. I do know when we did have the little paper that came out, the advisor of the paper always, went through everything and made sure everything was appropriate and fine for the paper. So, I mean, that's how we handle them now. If they do not comply to it, it's failure to follow an administrative directive.
How important is the First Amendment when determining a penalty for a student?
The First Amendment, if that's freedom of speech,
yeah.
Press, freedom of press. We do listen, like say a parent has a complaint about something, we would listen. However, all our rules that I enforce are approved by the school committee. So I don't really have to deal with anybody coming at me for First Amendment rights because it's already gone through the heads of administration, the superintendent, and the school committee. So all of our codes that I follow that are in the student handbook and in the teacher handbook have already been decided for Pittsfield Public Schools. So we really don't go against any like Mass General laws or anything like that.
Should students' rights be limited in school?
Personally, I say yes. And I don't mean the right, I mean the right as to, if we didn't have, say, even our dress code policy, we would have kids here in very suggestive clothing, pajamas, slippers, which we've had in the past until we started coming down on them. So I do think it should be limited in school because I think, and again, it shouldn't be taken away from them as a right, but it should be controlled. And I feel our school tries to control it very well, even with baseball hats and, that they can wear them out to recess, they can wear them when they leave, but when they come into the building, they're taken off as a sign of respect. I do know, however, I've heard that at PHS, the kids can wear the baseball hats through the day. So that's the one thing I would have to look at is, I think for consistency purposes, Pittsfield Public Schools should be all on the same page where you hear that there's some different things in different schools. So I mean, I can only speak for this school, but I think in this school we should limit some of the stuff because it gets very suggestive or kind of not appropriate.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's it? Yep. All right.
Now how do I turn this on?